All right, guys, let me do another graph quickly, and I want to just do it. I'm going to write this because I think it's important to see how to do this because many of you get stuck. I'm going to write another little graph down here. I've got y equals, let's use a slightly different one. Let's go 3 over, and this time I'm going to go x plus 1, and then I'm going to subtract 2 there. Okay, now let's see, how do we sketch that guy? Okay, let's watch it. The first thing is the asymptotes. Now what we do is, if I circle this, now I want you to watch this carefully. X plus 1 is 0. I always zero it. You see, 3 divided by 0 is a problem, and if x plus 1 is 0, that's a problem. But the important thing, listen to me, if you solve, that is a shift of 1 unit to the left. Okay, even though it's a plus there, when you put it equal to 0, I always do that, it gives you the correct shift. It always works like that because the asymptote goes to -1. It's shifting to the left. This guy here is what we call y equals -2. That's the horizontal asymptote. Okay, it's called the horizontal asymptote. This is called the vertical asymptote. All right, that's called the vertical asymptote there. And also, this tells us there's a shift of 2 units down. Okay, so there's 2 important features of this thing. You put the denominator equal to 0 to solve, that gives you your vertical asymptote, which you can easily draw if we had to draw that there. The vertical, it's pretty straightforward. Watch this. You've got x equals -1. There's your vertical. Okay, that's a little vertical asymptote, and I'm just going to erase that little piece there because that shouldn't be there. Naughty, naughty. Let's take him off there. Okay, now, so you've got that. So this is x is equal to -1 is the asymptote there. All right, now you've got y equals -2. So let's go down here, and you've got y equals -2 as your asymptote there. Now, what we want to do is we want to use a little table to say, well, okay, if we take the mother graph, and I'm going to do this here, I'm just going to erase something here so it gives us a little bit more space to think about this. Okay, and I'm going to put back my little line. Okay, so there's my little axes here. We went to y is equal to -2. So let's put it back quickly there. Okay, so there's your x-axis and your y. Okay, and this one is y equals -2. Okay, so -1, -2, and there's -1 over there. Okay, now if you take your x values, I'm going to choose -3, -1, 1, and 3. Now work out 3 over x. Okay, if you do that, watch how brilliantly easy this is. Well, 3 over -3 is -1, 3 over -1 is -3, 3 over 1 is 3, and 3 over 3 is 1. Okay, now that's the old graph, but you want to do something. You want to shift 1 unit left. Left is about the x's, and the y's are about the, if you're going up and down. So this thing, so what we're going to do is, if you look at this, so if we look at my new x values and my new y values, now watch this, watch how brilliant this is. Okay, now to the x's, I'm going to shift 1 left, so I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to subtract 1. So if I subtract 1 from -3, I get -4. Okay, watch how clever this is. Now, if you've got -1 and you subtract 1, you get -2. If you've got 1 here and you subtract 1, you get 0. And then if you've got 3 minus 1 is 2. So you literally take these x's and you shift 1 unit left. But shifting left is subtracting 1. Shifting right is adding 1. Now shift 2 units down for the y's. You've got to shift down. So you must subtract 2. So -1 minus 2 is -3. -3 minus 2 is -5. 3 minus 2 is 1, and 1 minus 2 is -1. Now, these are the points you plot. So it's 1, 2, 1. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's -4, -1, 2, 3, -4, -3 is there. And then you've got -2, -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we go down, so it's -2, -5 is there. I'm not that accurate, but you can see the graph is going to actually fit into, it's going to go down there. And the other one is 0 to 1. So it goes from 0 to 1 there. And you've got 2, 1, 2, and -1 there. So this piece goes like that. Okay, there's your points. Okay, 0, 1, 2, -1. This point here you can plot, you can see it's -2, -5, and the graph actually goes there. So if I erase this little piece, let's just make it a little bit neater here. Let's just get rid of this. So we've got that, so we can see where the graph goes now. Okay, and it's very simple. So that was the other one, was going to simply go there and there. So it's 1, 2, and then wherever we put the point there, and then it goes and you draw it in. Okay, so you can see how brilliantly easy that is. Okay, so watch out for this kind of mathematics. It's very, very cool. Okay. So guys, let's look at it again. What did we do? If you have a look at that, this is your horizontal asymptote, this is your vertical. And I always say to students, take that guy, put it, and when you get your vertical asymptote, what a pleasure, because that's so simple. You've got that. Then you know it's a shift of one left. So you take the little 3 over x graph and you write nice values, you work them out, and then you do something. To the x values, you shift one left. So you subtract -3 minus 1 is -4. And to the y values, you shift 2 down. So it's -1 minus 2, which gives you -2. And you plot the new points, and you then get your graphs. You've got your little graphs and your asymptotes. It's absolutely brilliant, this. Okay, guys, I can't emphasize how important this is, this little method that I'm showing you. Okay, so stay with us on Matrics Uploaded, and we'll be back for more mathematics soon.